What's up, guys? Dustin McDangles back here with another video, and this is the NHL Franchise Mode series with the Nebraska Bucks, guys. We are just coming off of a Stanley Cup victory with our team, and we've got a new team this year. A couple new additions to the squad, as you guys might have noticed in the last episode. We've got Iafallo in on the squad, and on the defensive end, we actually have Joel Edmondson. We actually also brought up Stefan Ahonen, our draft pick back in 2021, first round, 6th overall, and have him running with Pietrangelo, our new top player, guys. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like on this video and also subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads, guys. We do try to upload every day, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any future action, guys. So without further ado, we're going to sort of hop into it here in the preseason. Hopefully no injuries will occur, so we will go ahead, simulate up to basically the last day and see how the boys are doing. So a pretty solid preseason, still one game left to play against the Avalanche, but went 5-1-0. Kase leading the way with 7 points, not too shabby to start off the preseason. I do want to take a look here. Stastny, Pietrangelo been doing well. Volchenkov, six goals, 0 assists, so the boys are doing really well. I'm actually intrigued to see where Ahonen is. And he's +2, only 1 assist, so on that top line with Pietrangelo, he should get plenty of chances, so definitely going to be interesting to see how he does this year. But let's go ahead, take a look here at the power play, penalty killing lines here. Just want to make sure that those are all set and ready to go for the season. And as of right now, they do look good. Power play looks good. 4-man power play also looks good. Our penalty kill, we do get the +1, and the 3-man PK right now is 0-0. So that is, I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, Volchenkov on that top line is going to be a deadly weapon as long as he can stay healthy. So let's go ahead, guys, here. We'll simulate this first month of the year and see how things go. Guys, literally first game of the year, Volchenkov goes down with a concussion and is out until October, so unlucky to go down so early. Literally first game of the year. I literally just got done talking about how don't really want him going down, so we will move. We'll ride with Dzingel on that top line, 82 overall here until Volchenkov gets back, and he's only going to be out for a few days. So as we get through the simulation here, 2-0, not too bad to start the season. Steen has actually been injured, and he's only going to be out for a little bit as well, so not too worried about losing some depth players. Obviously, we've got some players in the wings here to step in whenever players do go out. We've got Shaw, who we could possibly switch around, but I'd rather keep those pluses on the higher lines, as, again, 3-0, doing really well right now for this month. Volchenkov is back healthy, but we're going to let him fully heal right now. So let's actually go to edit lines, see if we can get him back on that top line, which would be nice. He's down to an 84, which he was an 89. I don't know how that drop happened so quickly, as well as Stastny was an 84, Strome was an 85. I don't know why they dropped all of a sudden in overalls, and Sammy Blaze was also higher. So we'll move Anthony CU up to that second line to get that +3, and then we will put Steen or Dzingel. I feel like let's try and throw Dzingel on that bottom line, but he doesn't get any pluses, so we'll throw Steen back onto that line. It is saying he is still injured, but we'll continue on here with the boys this month, see how we are doing. And right now, don't want to jinx it, and I was just about to say we are still undefeated, but again, 6-1-0, not too bad here. We've got some trade options here. Shaw is one of them, but I really like him as a depth player for us at $1.725 million, so we'll leave him on the roster as we lose a game there. Maroon is injured. He is with the AHL, so not too worried about that. And that is the first month, guys. 7-2-0, obviously not a bad start. I do want to take a look here at our team stats. Koshe leading the team, 11 points in 9 games. Really nice to see that. Really developing into a solid player. Strome with 11 points. Edler with 8 points. Anthony and Forsberg doing really well. Volchenkov 6 points in 6 games. So even though he was injured, he is playing very well. Actually, I want to go back and take a look here at the goalies as well. That is sort of going to be the one big thing. Interesting. Ranta has played every single game. I'm going to have to double check and see if we have auto substitute on or not, because I also do want to get Mackenzie Blackwood some games here. So guys, auto rotate goaltenders is indeed on, so I'm not too sure as to why. Mackenzie Blackwood hasn't been playing. Kind of interesting to see that. Let's take a look here, and he hasn't played a single game yet. I don't know why. I do kind of want to change that, give Blackwood some games, even though Ranta has been playing pretty well. Save percentage isn't the best, so we'll give Blackwood some starts here, see if the computer keeps it like that as we continue on here in this month. As of right now, I don't think we need to make any changes to the team, such as trades and things of that nature, so we'll continue on here in the month of November and see how things go, as hopefully again we can stay healthy. And Patrick Maroon is back, so we'll sort of edit these lines here. I don't want to mess with any of the lines too severely. Byfield up to an 81. We might need to bring him up to the show here shortly and get him playing with some top players in the NHL. Get him some NHL minutes. Let's actually see how he's doing. 10 games played, he's got a total of 10 points, so not too shabby for him. I do want to take a look here at our defense. Check on Tavares, and he's got 5 points in 10 games, not terrible. Elite medium, he was our fourth overall pick in the draft this past year, so definitely want to see him have a good year at the AHL level. But right now, things are looking pretty good. Definitely a little concerned that we might be starting off a little too hot. So we're starting to cool down a little bit. We've got some losses here, and obviously Byfield out for a little bit. Not the best of things. We are 8-5, have dipped a little bit. Philip Forsberg is going to be out until November 30th, which it could be a big loss to the boys. Obviously, seems to be been playing pretty well, but we'll get Dzingel back in there. He's played 3 games and has 3 points all on that top line, so we'll see if he can sort of fill the role of Forsberg on that top line, and obviously we'll have to wait and see how things turn out for him. But again, team is playing pretty well right now. Obviously, it is still pretty early in the season, so don't really have too high of expectations here for the boys as we're sorting out the lines here. But the LA Kings actually killing it right now. We've got 2 shootout losses in a row. Newendijk for... Ooh. That's an interesting trade, but don't really want to get rid of Bogosian. Then again, I do want to take a look here at the trade. Is this Newendijk kid any good? He's a 58 overall. Chicago wants Bogosian, who he's doing pretty well at the AHL. Obviously, that's really all he's going to be able to do for us. But we will exit out of that. And if we keep on losing, I might want to switch it back. To sort of how we had it with sort of our top player, or top goaltender, I should say. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, which is Ranta, and Ranta hasn't been playing really well at all, so we will swap him with Blackwood, who he hasn't been playing well at all either. So our goaltender's in a little bit of a slump here as we finally get a victory here against the Devils. I believe Blackwood got that victory against his former team. Took 2 in a row there before losing to the Blackhawks, so we are 10-6-2 here pretty much through the month of November. 2 wins back-to-back there against Eastern Conference opponents before we lose to the Islanders and lose to the Flyers as well. So we'll continue on here. We want Forsberg to get back to full health. Roy has entered concussion protocol, but that's okay. Shootout loss there, and we've got the Coyotes, who we're going to sim through this game before editing our lineups. And we lose in overtime. So we're 12-8-4 here, sort of in this last month of the simulation here with the boys. Kase, 25 points in 24 games. So as of right now, we don't really have like that stud superstar on our team, at least offensively, which is kind of disappointing. I was really hoping Volchenkov or Forsberg would really step up, which it looks like Forsberg hasn't. Neither really has Volchenkov. Strome, obviously, I mean, not too bad for sort of where he is right now in his career. Obviously, Stastny overperforming at that sort of older age, and Anthony Ciu, not terrible on the stats. Roy, not great. How's Sorelli doing? Also not too great. Ahonen, not terrible for his first year so far in the NHL. Pietrangelo could be a little bit better. Pesci, D'Angelo, Edmondson, Edler, all not doing too bad. I do want to check here and see. Maybe if we shake some things up on these lines, it might do us some good, but it doesn't look like we will be able to. I kind of want to give... Ooh, Tavares is already up to a 76 overall. That is really nice to see. So maybe by next season we could see him in the NHL. I am possibly thinking about bringing Byfield up and trying him out on maybe the 4th line. I feel like that would be really nice since his role right now is depth forward. I kind of want to give it a try, so we will give him a call up. We'll throw him into the lineup and see what he can do. So there it is, guys. We actually have Quinton Byfield here on the 2nd line in the NHL, up there with Kase and Anthony Ciu. We actually bumped Stastny down to the wing on that 3rd line. He is not the fastest of players, but it should be no problem actually keeping him sort of on that line. Which, I mean, if anything, we could possibly move Sorelli to the wing. He does have a little bit more speed, so I'd rather get that and then rock with Byfield there on the 2nd line and see how that goes for him. Obviously, we want him to develop into a top-notch player. He is 20 years old, same age as Volchenkov. I kind of want to see. He doesn't fit that 1st line, but we'll see how Byfield does on the 2nd line here in the NHL, and hopefully he's able to thrive here in this month of December, as this will be our last month of simulation here this episode before we sort of end things off here. So again, while we do simulate through here, be sure to comment down below what you guys want to see, as Edler, he's actually going to be out here for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I also just called or sent down one of our defensemen, so we might not be able to put anyone in, which we can't. Man, that's tough. We're going to have to make a roster move here. We're going to probably have to send down Andrew Shaw. So, man, that's tough. Unless we put Shaw in for now. I mean, it's only -1. I'm okay with that instead of having to call somebody up. It was only for a few games. Big win there against the Oilers. Matt Roy is able to get into the lineup there in the AHL. Another win against the Rangers, against the Red Wings. Burnaby Aces down a player, so we'll have the coach take care of that. 4 wins in a row here. Make that 5 after bringing up Byfield. We'll continue on with those best lines there for the AHL, and the win streak finally comes to an end. So I'm actually really intrigued to see how Byfield is done, and he's up to an 81 overall. He's got 4 points in 6 games. Not too terrible for the NHL. Obviously, Volchenkov, 11 and 8. Not terrible. Kase, is he still doing good work? 18 and 12 in 30 games. Not terrible. Roy is actually up to an 83 overall, which, if anything, we could possibly move him up a line, but I'd rather keep Byfield up there with that +3. Gets him to an 84 overall. Let's take a look here at Pietrangelo. Not doing too bad. Ahonen not doing what I expected him to, which is quite unfortunate. Again, we will put Edler into the lineup there. He does get the +1 on that bottom pairing. But we are doing pretty well here in the month of December. Another victory there against a Western Conference opponent before we lose in the shootout again, this time to the Blue Jackets, where we now have a trade offer. 2 draft picks. I'm not liking that trade right there, but couple OT losses here. Edler, ooh, big trade there, and I don't want to lose Edler. He is a depth player that we do enjoy having around right now. Finally back in the winning column there as we are getting to the end of this month. Another overtime loss, unfortunately, and we got a big game here against the Jets. Can we win here against the Winnipeg Jets? And it doesn't look like we did. Oh, we did win, so we are finally at the 20-win mark here at January 1st, which is where we are going to stop here. The Jets are in the lead in the division by 2 points. We are holding our own, it looks like, in the standings, so things are looking pretty decent as we move forward into the next episode, which, again, sitting here in the Central Division, not too shabby. Do have a sizable lead on the wild card, which is always nice. Let's take a look here at the Western Conference. We are sitting there in second position, only 2 points behind the Winnipeg Jets for that top seed. Let's take a look at the entire league. And we are down a ways there. The Buffalo Sabres really running away right now with the President's Trophy race. Let's take a look here at points. Kase leading the way with 34. Stastny with 27. Strome, Pietrangelo, Forsberg. And then we've got Volchenkov. If anything, we kind of need like a go-to top centerman right now. We don't have like a superstar centerman, which is quite interesting. Definitely wish we had one, and I kind of want to take a look here at stats throughout the entire league. And let's take a look here very quickly to see who's really leading the way. Stamkos, Draisaitl, Kucherov, all with tons of points here. So definitely interesting. Maybe we make a move for a top centerman such as maybe Jack Eichel or Malkin. Malkin doing good work for an 86 overall player. Crazy stuff to see, but again, let me know what you guys want to see. Should we make any moves for a top centerman? Should we leave the team as is? As I pull up the squad here, Byfield up to an 81 on that second line. 3 goals, 3 assists in 13 games played. Not great, but not terrible. And then this is our lineup, guys. Not looking too bad. Obviously, hoping for some more work put in. Blackwood, 17 games played, 8 wins. Save percentage is getting up there a little bit better. Ranta is struggling a little bit. 21 games played, 12 wins, 902 save percentage. So, again, goaltender struggling a little bit. But again, let me know what you guys want to see with the team. But that's going to be it for today's episode. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like on this video, and also be sure to stay tuned for more future videos by subscribing to the channel. But it has been my privilege, guys. I hope you have a good one, and as always, stay dusty.